incorrect email IDs, or any other technical issues, read responded. You can track the real-time status. Here also you have key statistics in amount, percentage, and what are the differences being captured. The audit documentation will be available party wise, that is individual document. Also, you can have a consolidation with the Excel file. Automated follow-ups, that is the reminder, will be triggered on the schedule, date, and time. Summary responses, you'll get a summarized response with the amount in percent and individual details. Reconciliation platform, that is the responder will have a platform to reconcile with a free portal if they want to reconcile their differences given by your party. Audit trail, you will be able to track the audit, that how many audits are being done with the audit ID and all the significant document and the verifications. Now let's see how the account setup is done. Before that, I have a poll for you. So let's take one quick poll and then move ahead. The poll is in front of you. Recently, Firmway has come up with some new features, and we are aiming to reduce your involvement and manual efforts little less. So, are you aware of those new workflow aimed? Just share your opinion here. Okay, some know partly, some may not know. So the poll is on for next 10 seconds more, and then we'll look forward at how the entire process of the audit confirmation is. Okay, it's a very good response, attendees. Great. So now let's move ahead to the webinar session again. So here in audit confirmation setup, first we have to register our account on Firmway portal. Then we have activation, DNS, add user, email configuration, and manage client. Let's begin with the first step. You can see the registration process as it is a one-time process. You are going to register yourself by using the particular URL, that is app.firmway.in. Once you use the URL, you will have this pop-up. You click on registration. Once you click on registration, you will have this page in front of you in which you need to select your role and entity type. So your role would be auditor and your entity type as per your firm is. Further comes your entity information, which brings up the name of firm and firm registration number. Once you click on next, you will have your personal information to be filled in. Here the information whichever is filled, the person would be given the role of super admin. So it's a recommendation that the partners or the senior partners of the firm may use their details to fill up the particular form. So you have to put your mobile name, full name, mobile number, email ID, set a password for yourself, click a tick box and go on next. Once you click on next, here you will get this pop-up. Click on finish and the email which you have updated in here will receive a mail which will say to activate your account, and for auditors we have to upload member card and firm card. With this, your registration process is activated, registration process is done, and your account activation process is also done. Once you are registered and activated your account, we have DNS configuration to do. DNS configuration is the domain configuration. Now, what is the domain configuration exactly? We as Firmway are going to give you a portal to roll out your confirmations at bulk, right? So the email and domain is used of your particular firm, right? So when you use your particular domain to roll out the bulk confirmation in 50s or 100 emails, the algorithm says that they might land up in the receiver spam or promotion box. To avoid that, we are going to configure your domain and email as well. So how to configure your domain in the first place? Your enter your domain name. You will simply put your domain name as your domain name. You click on verify this domain. Once you click on verify this domain, you will see the entry generated in here. Okay. Now this is a simple process done by you. Further step is done by your IT team or the third party service you have taken from. You have to simply do is you can see a black button, click on the download button over here, and you will be able to get these records generated. So this record says the info sheet is given that what needs to be done. Okay. And there are two records with us. That is, first record type is text records. The record name is given and the value as well. The next record is the CNAME record. Likewise, the record name and the value is provided. Simply need to ask your IT person or the third party service provider to publish these records on your domain server. Okay. Once that is done, you can simply come back to the portal and click on update status below action. This will give you the domain status, either it is pending, failed, or success. Okay. With this, our domain configuration is done. Then we have our add users. Now, of course, not only one person is driving the whole process of audit confirmation. We may have a team or we have multiple users to it, right? So the partner, whoever has registered their self, now has the only single access to the account. To give these access to the team members as well, we have an option here to add your team members. In settings, manage users is the option. You can click on that. Again, on the right hand side, we have manage users. Now you click on add users. If you have a single ID, single person to add, you can simply use add user. Or if we have an option of bulk upload, in which you need to simply put the details on the file and you can upload the file. So this is the sample file, how it looks like. This is the red highlighted columns are the mandatory ones. Okay. So your first name is mentioned, your last name is mentioned, your email ID will be mentioned in here. So email ID will be only email ID, no space, no comma, no other characters than your email ID characters in it. Then your mobile number is an optional part. Then you have a role with a drop down. Okay, I'll explain the role on the main screen. Here you need to select your roles and please remember admin is equals to the partner, and if you have a admin or a super admin in here, you have to put the membership number in this particular column. Okay. Again, you have an info sheet in this particular file as well. You can follow the info sheet to prepare the file. Once the file is done, you can simply upload it on the portal. I'll show you where. You can get the sample file from the portal itself. Here you can download the sample bulk file and you can upload the bulk upload file in here to add multiple users. Now let's see what are the exact details we require in a single entry. As I mentioned before, you need email ID, you need your first name, you need your last name, mobile number, and we have to give a person specific roles. So what are these roles all about? Super admin, as I mentioned before, the super admin will be the senior partner of the firm. Okay. Super admin further gets a global settings role only to the that particular account. And what is the benefit of this role and what is the access given extraordinarily to super admin is super admin can control the access of the admins and other roles, that is the authorizer, preparer and portal manager, to have their access of particular clients which are significantly allotted to them or all the clients which are registered on that particular firm. Okay. So previously I'll explain you, admin used to have, so if there are four partners, that means there are four admins, all the partners can be accessible with each other's client, right? Now, if there is a senior partner and then they have four below partners, so senior partner can give that, right? That A partner will only be able to see the clients registered with A partner. And likewise with B, C, and D. Okay. Here we are clear with the admin and super admin role. Then we have portal manager with us. So portal manager is nothing but the person who will look after all the technicalities of the process. That is the domain configuration, email configuration, adding users, adding clients on the portal, reminders, and other setting stuff. Okay. So all the tabs which you have in settings and all the features we have in settings can be accessed by a portal manager. Exception of that is portal manager cannot access anything from confirmation tab. Okay, I hope this is very clear with everyone. Then we have authorizer, who is the audit manager in a general term. The authorizer has the end-to-end rights of confirmation, and he can add and configure the clients and email ID. Okay. Now, lastly, we have preparer. Preparer is the juniors or the new joinees on the form. They can simply prepare the input file and upload it on the portal. So I hope the roles and the user part is also clear with us. Further, we have is our email configuration. So here in email configuration, we have to configure the email ID through which we are going to roll out our confirmation. Okay, as I explained you previously only that the domain and email configuration are parallelly exist. So the domain we have configured, and now if you want to roll out the confirmation, we need to significantly also configure the email ID. As you can see, I have configured multiple email IDs in here. You need to do is there are two case of scenarios. One, as I am the user and my email ID is already in the drop down as my user ID, you can simply configure the same. But if I have a general email ID, as most of you must be aware, support team of Firmway has the email ID that is support@firmway.in. So that is our general email ID, and I have no user with that email ID, right? And I want to add that particular ID. So what I'll do is I'll simply click on add new email. I'll give the name, that is enter the name, that it can be support team, and then I'll add my support@firmway.in email ID in here, and I'll simply click on verify this email. Once I verify the email entry will be generated in here, and the particular mail ID will receive a link, and the user needs to simply click on the link and thus come back to the portal, update the status, and the status will be shown as success or failed. Okay, so by here we are also done with our email configuration. Now lastly we have is our manage client. Now most of you must be aware that we have come up with the feature where you don't need to go to the client to get approval to be registered on Firmware portal. You by yourself has the control to add and create a database of your clients on the Firmware portal itself. Okay, here as well we have two options to upload your client. If you have multiple clients, you can use the option of bulk upload, that is the import option. Let me help you with the file of the same. So here also you have a info sheet which will help you to understand the steps and to do's and do not do's of the file. Here we have client template. You need to only fill the mandatory columns, that is uh, shown as with the hashtag asterisk, the PAN number, the name of client, mobile number, email ID, okay, any partner email ID, name of reviewer, that is authorizer. If you want to say that specifically one person is going to be the authorizer of this client, you can also select, or you can add more than one reviewer, that is two people to three people. So only that people limitedly will be able to see the details of this client. Likewise with the preparer, one-time authorization, and these the some controls which I'll help you understand on the screen. Okay. Then if you want to add multiple email IDs for the, that is a multiple POC of the client, you can simply add so. Okay. Simply save the file and you will upload it in here. Okay. So here is the way we can upload bulk clients together. But what if you want to only add single client? You can simply do it through the portal itself again. You can see the details which I mentioned in the Excel file are also available in here. That is the PAN number. Enter the client name. Now enter the client POC. If you have multiple POC, you can simply add the rows below. Okay. Now you can add the team members. As I mentioned, this was an Excel file as well. Add the partner, to which partner this is going to belong, and the reviewer, that is the authorizer, preparer itself. Now here is the client setting, which are the unique features we have encountered. One-time authorization, that is whenever you onboard a client, that is a ABC client is onboarded, and the first confirmation has been rolled out, the first confirmation will go to the client and ask for their approval as well. So the client will say okay and approve via the mail. The particular confirmation will there and there be rolled out to the parties, and you can later track it from your end. Okay. Transaction confirmation is every time you roll out audit confirmation for that particular company, that is ABC company, every time the client will needs to be added, need to give the approval for the same. Then we have maker checker control. Maker checker control is for the firm. As authorizer is the audit manager, when the audit confirmation is prepared, he needs to go to the next level senior to get the audit approved. Once the senior has approved the audit, the confirmation will there and there roll out the confirmation. Yeah. Client portal access is, as you have the client portal of Firmway, you are now able to also give the option to the client that if they want the portal or not. Okay. But with these options, it is now optional to involve your client or not. As you can see, one time authorization, if you want it, you say required. If you don't want it, you say not required. Also in the transaction confirmation, if you require this, you say required, or it you say not required. Likewise with the maker checker, that is the internal form control, you say if it is required or not. Client portal access as well, if you say it is not required, so you say no, and if it's required, say yes, right? So with this option, the auditor has full control and has become optional to you involve your client into audit confirmation process or not. I hope this is very clear with you guys. If you have any questions with regards to any process, you can please drop it into the chat box. Further, we have email attachment where you will be adding your authority letters, which you will be taking it from the client's letterhead. The sample of the letter or the sample of the template is given in here. If you have any additional attachments with apart from the authority letter, you will be able to attach in here with the select by selecting the confirmation type, that is if you are rolling out a balance confirmation, bank confirmation, if you are rolling out data management, or MSME, whichever confirmation type you are rolling out, you can simply select it in here and select the file as well. Once everything is done and updated on the particular form, you'll simply come down and submit the form. By any chance, if you say that later on you don't want your client to get involved and previously you have selected as required, you can simply come back on this particular page, that is the manage client, come into the action and click on the pencil icon and edit the details which you have filled here. Okay, you say that you have added a reviewer and now you don't want to add, or you did not add a reviewer and now you want to add it, you can simply do so. If you say that you want to take the maker checker control as required, you can do so and simply update the form and you are done with the changes. Okay, so by here now I have completed the account setup process. Now we will see the requesting audit confirmation. Here, in very quick steps, we are going to complete the audit confirmation process, and it is really very easy because whatever till now we had done is all one-time process, that is whole account setup and adding your clients and creating a database for them. Okay, now in here, what we need to do is simply create and authorize the assigned team, which we already done in the manage client, preparing the Excel file, which holds your 90% of efforts, and it is really very simple. upload, commit, and authorize, which is very quick, and then configure, send the request. Now, as you can see, there are 5 steps. Let's see how quick and practical it is on the portal. To do so, you have to come on the confirmation tab, click on upload, select the audit type, that is the statutory audit, select the confirmation type, that is the balances. Now here you get the template which will help you to fill up your data and upload it on the portal. Simply download the template and you have it over here. Okay. Now here, whichever you can see that there is a info sheet. You have balance confirmation. So in the balances sheet, whichever are the red highlighted columns are the mandatory ones. You can see the reference number, name of entity, name, email ID. Further, we have way and response type. Okay. So what the reference number stands for, most of you must already be aware of it. Reference number are the reference vendor codes and the customer codes managed by the company of yours, right? If they do not have the practice of maintaining the vendor code and the customer code, you can simply use the serial number, whichever serial number you prefer to, as you can say A1, A2, A3, or you can simply add 1, 2, 3. You only need to make sure is that your reference number be unique to one another. Okay. Further, we have name of entity, which is we need to fill in. Then we have the name of particular party we are rolling out. If you know the name and you have the name available with you, add that. If you do not have your name of the party, simply address the email ID by sir oblique madam. Okay. Further, we have email ID in here. Email ID 1 will only contain the single email ID without any special characters or without any additional characters as such space or any further alphabets or numbers apart from the entire email ID. Okay. Then now we have also introduced you with the multiple email CC option. Previously, we only had a standard of 5 email IDs additional, that is 4 email IDs additional and 1 the mandatory one. But now here we have introduced you with a CC and BCC concept, which is very much similar to our normal emailing process, right? Now here in the email, if you have people to keep in CC, you can simply add the email ID and continue the next email ID with a simple comma with the after. No space and nothing. You can simply only add a comma and add the email ID ahead. Okay. Same concept with the BCC column as well. Right. When you're done with this, you can simply have the escalation 1 and escalation 2. In case you're not getting the reward from the particular party, you can add the escalation email IDs as well in here. Only the condition is here also you can add only single email ID without any space and commas for both of the escalation column. Okay. Further, if you have any company or branch code, you can simply add in here. Way will always be emailed, and response type we have 3 options into it. Okay. So let me help you with the response type over here. One, we have a positive response type, which will simply ask the party to reply over the confirmation given. In case of any mismatch in amount, kindly share your ledger attachment and the different amount which is been occurred in their books. Okay. In a negative confirmation, we give the party a deadline that if you do not respond in 10 days, we will consider the amount given in our books and close the books accordingly. Right? And if I set a blank confirmation, we do not share any amount or any ledger from our end. We ask the party to confirm their balances. So I hope it is very clear. There is only one condition. Either of you use a confirm positive response type or a negative response type. You need to make sure that there is somewhere some amount and currency mentioned in the file. But if you use a blank confirmation, you need to make sure that you do not add any amount or any currency in there. Okay. Because blank confirmation means we are not providing any amount. So whatever details you fill in the file will be reflected on the audit and will be shared with the party. Okay. Now here As I have amount in the column, I'll say it's a positive response type. Further, we have the columns for all of your, categories. You can say debtors, creditors, advance from customers, advance from suppliers, loans, receivables, payables, interest, receivables, payables. And in case of anything missed or you have some additional to add, let's suppose say the TDS or the discounts. So you can use these additional column given by us, that is other description, other currency, and other amount. Okay, so the description means the particulars which we write in front of the entry. That is, let's suppose say you want to add the particular, you can add it in here. The currency is all over the globe, so if you have a foreign parties aligned with you, you can also use these currencies in here, and the amount. Okay, so I hope I'm very clear with this as well that you can you can also use multiple columns together. Let's suppose one party has data balance, also they have some interest to pay. Okay, so you can simply use the data column in there, and whatever interest the party needs to pay you, you can add the currency and you can write the amount as well. Okay, so in one confirmation, you are taking two confirmation of the two factors, right? Now, in case you have any remark to mention your customer, you can simply add it in here. I hope the balances part is really very clear with you guys. If you have any questions, please drop it in the chat box. I am repeating that. Now, many of you must have the option of, have a practice of sending the ledgers as well to the parties, right? So we have two options and two case scenarios with me here. First case scenario, I have a Excel file of ledger. Okay, what I will do is that I will simply copy the entire data from that file and paste it in this particular file. After C column, okay, DEF, your format of ledger can be anything, and you can simply paste the data with the headers into the file. Okay, just make sure you're pasting it with the paste special, no formulas added in here. Okay, the entire file should be formula free. Then comes the reference number. This entry belongs to ABC company, and the reference number of ABC company is 700001. So the reference number is going to be the catch in here. Okay, simply add your reference number against the party entry and you're good to go with this. Save the file and you are ready to roll out a ledger in ledger which you have in Excel format. Okay, second case scenario, what if you have your ledgers, many people have the ledgers in single PDF. Okay, so ABC, XYZ, PQR are the parties and you have three different PDFs in that matter. Okay, now what will you do that? Now if I tell you convert the PDF into Excel file, then paste the data into the Firmway balances template, it will be a lengthy process, so there is nothing to automate in here, right? But no, here you can simply put the name of your PDF, okay, in the attachment column in balances sheet. I'm repeating it again. You can simply put the name of your PDF in the attachment column on the PDF sheet. Okay, now my PDF name is ABC, right? I know the further extension is .pdf. So what I will do is simply put my name of the PDF and add the extension, that is .pdf. Okay. Now in the document sheet, I'll create a PDF, create a zip of the multiple PDF which I have added, and further I will upload it. Am I very clear? I'll put the name of my attachment and add the extension of PDF. Create a zip of number of PDF entries I have and the number of PDF I want to roll out, and simply be ready with the data further. Okay, now I guess the file is prepared, and as I told you, you have to work all in here itself. As the work is done, save the file and let's upload it on the portal. So for which company you're looking forward to, simply select the company. As on what it is, I'll say as on 31st August 2023. Okay, I'll click on next. Here I'll say authorization, that is whichever partner belongs to this particular company. will be in here. Now, you remember the first case scenario where I told you that the attachment is in, the ledger is in attachment sheet. So yes, here you will be asked the question that send ledger, you will say yes. Which format you want to further send it, in PDF or Excel file. Okay. So here in the first case scenario where you have added the ledger in attachment sheet, you will simply click on this option, send ledger yes or no. Okay. I'll click on upload further. Once you click on upload, you'll have this dashboard in front of you where you'll see where you'll see that. If there are any errors or any warnings given by the portal to you, you can simply see on that particular dashboard. Now, in the second case scenario, where we have the attachment in zip file, right? You can see that this file is successfully done. We have no errors, no warnings. Now, in the second case scenario where you need to upload the zip, you can come in the more action and upload bulk attachments. When you upload bulk attachment, you can simply browse the zipped file in here and upload the same. Okay. Once everything is done, you can simply click on the plus icon on the validate option, check, just take a maker checker check and click on next. Once this is done, you can see the validation is yes here. You click on next again. And as I told you, it is really optional for you to involve your client, right? So I am not involving any of my client in here. The email configured, remember, in the account setup part will be in this particular drop down. The email template will be default. If you want to add a person, you can simply add, and the email ID can be changed as well. Okay. The mobile number also can be added or removed. Further, here in email attachment, if you have any authority letter attached, you can simply add in below. Now comes this statement where you say send statement as attachment. So if you want that ledger attachment, the ledger statement which you have attached, want to go with the email body, you can select as yes. If you want that the party will get it once they click on the link received on the email, you can say as no. Okay. Then we have the automated follow-ups, that is the reminder. We'll click on the reminders. As I say, I don't want any reminders for this. But apart from that, we have 3 schedules to set the reminders. 5 reminder in 3 days, 5 reminder in 7 days, 3 reminder in 3 days. As I told you, I'm not involving anyone. But in case if I am involving my senior management, that is the maker checker control, I will be getting the require authorizer review. I'll get the name of my seniors in here, and in the drop down I will select one, and the confirmation email will go to them. Client approval is required. You will get the name of the client's POC. If you have multiple POC, you'll get the multiple name in the drop down. You need to select that who is going to approve this particular audit, and you can further select this. Here you will see review, send for review if in case you have selected anything in here. As of now, I'm not doing anything like that, so I'm saying it as send now. So here with this, I have completed my confirmation process. If you any by chance tracking the time, within 10 to 12 minutes, we have completed our entire process by preparing the data and rolling out the confirmation, right? So here, meanwhile, when it is uploading and the pie chart will indicate that it is delivered, as you can see, the pie says that it is an initiated phrase. We have a poll for you, and let's give this a time and we'll complete our poll. Get back on this really quick. So our poll is, let's see what our poll is. What percent of your clients typically have the audit confirmation sent through Firmway is your poll, and here we are. Okay, so the poll is on your screen, attendees. Okay. Okay, we can see the really good response on the poll, but still many people are not responding. I request everyone to please revert and share your answers with the help of poll. Meanwhile, if there are any questions, you can also drop it on the chat. More 10 seconds of the poll, and then we'll see how we are going to track the process. Okay, so thank you so much for your votes in here. And as I have one question on zip attachment, so let's see how our zip attachment is actually done. Thank you for raising this question and being such interactive audience. So as I mentioned in here that we will be uploading the details on the portal. I'll go back to the file. Okay, just give me a second. So let's suppose say I have my these files as my um, zip attachments to be added. Okay, I'll simply say that this DNS record is one of that, and I'll give it in here on the last column. Paste. As I said, the extension can be PDF and Excel. Any of that can be generated in attachment. So this is my extension of Excel. I'll check what is the extension. It is CSV. Is Excel. I'll say it is .xls. Okay. And now I'll create one more entry to just understand how many PDF we can attach. I'll just change the email ID in here. Okay. And we have everything same. Now I have another entry of this is my second file. I'll simply select the name of the file, paste it, and I will add the extension of CXV. Okay, as you can see, this is a CSV file. Now, my file is generated. My the Excel file is ready. What I was trying to explain is combine these two files, right click, compress to zip, okay, and I'll just give it a test name to the zip. Okay. Now my both the files which I need to upload is in the zip. I'll get back to the portal. I'll click on upload. Now this is a second case scenario audience. I'm telling you again. I'll simply click on the details which I have selected previously. Next. Simply click on yes. Here I'll upload my balances file. This is the balances file. I'll say it's a zip test for you guys. And I'll upload. Okay. Once I upload the file, I'll again get the dashboard. I'll see if there are any errors or warnings. Okay, so here I can see also that the system shows the error. It says that I have used a similar reference number. The reference number was not unique. Simply change it. And by this, I'll re-upload it on the same portal. Okay, here you can see the file is success now. And here in more actions again, I'll click on bulk upload, bulk attachments. I'll attach the zip file which I have created and upload. Okay. Once this is done, you can click on the plus icon and you will see that attachment DNS records is here. So this attachment is red and you will see the DNS records, the name which I have given to the file has been public, linked in here as well. And the second name which I had given to the file is also available. Okay. So this is how you understand that your zip attachment is uploaded while attachment sign turns in red. Okay. I hope we are all clear. Let's move ahead and we'll see how now further we can simply track of our confirmations which I have uploaded. Okay. So we'll come on track. We'll click on the, as we have given the file name, we'll click on view. As you can see, the webinar I have seen given in here, we'll click on view. Here the pie chart says it is delivered. Okay. There are some quick action I need to show you before I show you the responder page. I will also show you that how your party is going to respond. Okay. Before that, we'll quickly understand the tracking process. As you saw, from track to view, we are going to come into our audit. Okay. The audit details are available in here. The audit ID, name of the company, and the audit confirmation details further. The amount statistics, as I mentioned in the benefits sheet, PPT slide, here are the statistics available for reconciliation difference as well. Okay. Now I'll just simply click on the tick box and I'll click on the drop down actions. Here are few action features for you. If you want to stop the reminder, you can click on stop reminder. You want to restart the reminder, you want to click on start reminder. And you want to resend the reminders in a particular schedule, you can simply say resend the reminder and select the schedules group from here. Okay. Further, I have revoke. In case of any kind of changes I need to do, I'll simply click on revoke. Once I click on revoke, I'll get a pencil icon on this drop down. In here, this particular revoke button will turn into a pencil icon and a form will pop up with your changes like the details of email IDs, amount, the company name, and everything in the pop-up will be displayed. Whatever you need to change, you can simply edit and come back and resend the particular entry. Okay. Then if someone says that I might have missed the mail, or I'm not getting the mail on the real time basis, you can simply resend the email for them. Reconfirm is that the person has particularly responded to you and then you have given some changes and you're giving them back to reconfirm. If you want to close this particular entry, you can simply click on close, and in future if you want to reopen, you can simply reopen the same. Okay. Now this is the action features. As I mentioned previously that you can view the particular details of single entry as well, right? You can simply see it in here, and you can also download the same copy for yourself as an individual way. Okay. Now the summary responses and the summary of the entire audit, you will be getting it from more action and summary responses. Okay. If you click on detailed report, you will get a zip file on the email of the particular login which you have. Okay. And you can also get the single PDF files of the entry. And in case your party has responded and attached any ledgers with it, you will also get it in the zip file. Okay. Now quickly, we'll just see how the party can respond towards your mail. So this is the email content received by your party, the name, the audit, the company name, support email ID, the contact person which you have given. Okay. I'll open this link in incognito, and this is where your responder is going to respond. Okay. So this is the page open for your responder. The details again are mentioned in here. Okay. Now here I have two options. The party will have two options. The amount is correct, the amount is incorrect. Okay. If I say the amount is correct, the columns of the auditee and confirmers are same. If I say no, then the confirmer has the open space to respond their answer. Okay. As I had mentioned that if the party attach any ledger, so from here the party can attach the ledger, and if they don't want to, it's okay. I'll simply confirm. Now I'll get a verification code to validate the particular audit. let's have the verification code. My verification code is 7697. 7697. And here our verification is submitted. But you remember I have told you that we have a reconciliation platform for the responders. So here is the reconciliation platform for the responders, which is an optional part. If they want to reconcile the difference they have mentioned, they can simply reconcile it. If not, I am going to just skip the particular option for me. And here I have responded to the particular responses. I can simply download this entry. I can simply download this entry, and you can see that this have captured my computerized signature, and the confirmation logs are also being captured in here. So this gives you authenticity of your particular audit. Okay, now this has also been updated on the portal. I'll show you how. You can simply come and back to the page and refresh it. The pie chart will change to responded, and you can see the amount statistics as well. Okay, so here with this, we have completed our entire process. I've shown you the tracking option and I have shown you the entire detail. With some additional features, I have one more thing to explain you. We have recently come up with the report feature, okay, in which we had a query from multiple auditors that we have ABC company has rolled out 10 audits in this particular financial year. So we need to download one by one 10 audits. Now what we have come up with, the reports and confirmation tab will help you to consolidate your reports in the particular platform itself, that is the portal itself, and you can simply download the consolidated file. Okay. So you can simply give the report name, select the audit type, select the confirmation type. Okay, select the company name. Then you have two options. Auto, that is, you will give this particular instruction as from June 1st to 31st August. Of 2 months of gap, you want the audits whichever they have done. And if you say custom, then you can manually select the particular audit entries from here, and you can create a report for yourself. Okay, once you click on create, you will have a entry generated likewise. Okay, you can simply view it from here and see the records in consolidation. The for identity, you can see the audit ID will be different, and if you want to download the same, you will be able to download it from here. Okay, and this is the look of the downloaded file just for your reference. So this is the new feature we have come up with. You can get the consolidation of your audit. Everything will be mentioned in here, that who has read, responded, delivered, what is the updated time, and what is the status of the further email IDs as well. Okay, what was the response type, what is the balance type, what is the amount of the audit as well. So with this, I am concluding this training. Before that, I have only last three polls to be, share with you. So just share your answer with that, and we'll have any questions. Please share in the chat box. So after this, my first question is, which module of Firmway are you currently using? The poll is on your screen. Okay, balance confirmation, party confirmation. You can see we have other modules as well. So you can also try and look into interest of that. I'm getting a really good responses. The poll is on for next 10 seconds. Please respond. Okay. So we'll move to the next poll of us. Which month do you plan to use the Firmway software? The poll is on your screen. The MCQs may be little, you have to scroll down the pop-up. So just scroll down and check you have your preferred month in here from January to December, which is the preferred month you roll out your confirmation to use the Firmway software. I'm getting March. Of course, it is the financial year end. So we have people using it quarterly. Okay. Okay. I can keep this poll for a bit longer. People need time to scroll up and down. March is the month we used Firmway most of the. Okay. Request auditors to please respond over this. I can see very less responses on the particular poll. Poll is on for next 10 seconds. Please respond. Okay, so the last poll for today is what benefits have you experienced from using Firmway? The poll is on your portal screen. We have I can see many people have automated the confirmation process, compliance of SA505, better documentation. Okay, this is an aggressive response on the poll again. Okay. I'm sure that the report feature which we have recently released is going to help you more getting the documentations better. Great. So the poll is on for next 5 seconds more. Thank you for responding. I am keeping the session on for next 5 minutes in case we have any questions ahead. Okay, so this is for today's session. Thank you for joining and being such a wonderful audience. You have the details of our contact to contact us on the screen. So please you take the number, have the email ID with you. If you have any concerns, any queries, or any questions about the other products which you may have seen in the polls, you can simply drop your queries on this particular email and call if you want a direct chat with us. And yes, this is for today. Thank you so much and hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful day ahead. Thank you.